And hello, everybody, and welcome tonight. It is, or actually this morning, it is the state tournament of the ACSI Class A Regional. My name's Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you. Boys Regional Tournament. Coming up, it's the South Regional Champion, Faith Christian, against the North Regional Champion, Victory Christian. Faith from Greenville, Ohio. Victory Christian from Kinsman, Ohio. Stay tuned. More action in a moment.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
At the Faith Christian cheerleaders, and now introducing the cheerleaders from Victory Christian from Kinsman, Ohio. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here for the ACSI, Association of Christian Schools International.
Now introducing the visiting team with a record of 19 wins and 2 losses, the Victory Christian Chargers.
Victory Christian will be dressed in road blue uniforms.
Announcing first the non-starters for Victory Christian, playing at forward, number 34, senior Heath Berry. Playing at forward, senior number 44, Tim Pepper. Playing at guard, senior number 12, Don Harnett. Playing at guard, junior number 24, Emmanuel Brown. Playing at guard, junior number 14, Mike Miller. Playing at guard, sophomore number 22, Dan Chantos.
There you have the non-starters tonight. Now we change ends and go down to Faith Christian. We'll go ahead and take care of the non-starters for Faith. Number 00, Matt Sutter. Number 12, Nick Elson. Number 13, David Nielsen. 15 is Dwayne Rogers. Number 21 is John Knight. 22, Ty Schellebarger. And 35 is Justin Wiegand. Faith Christian enters today's game. They are 18-9. On the other hand, Victory Christian enters today's game at 19-2. Faith is the South Regional champions, while Victory Christian, the regionals from the north, or the champions from the North region. Faith is coached by Mike Schellebarger. Nashon Hanselman is the coach of Victory Christian. The nickname of Victory Christian is the Chargers. Faith Christian, of course, the Conquerors. Let's get to the starting lineups here tonight. First off, for Victory Christian, as the way they are doing it here is every other starter announced is they're rotating the announcing of the starting lineup. So what we're going to do is take a quick break, and we will return with the tip-off and the starting lineups in a moment.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
And we welcome you back. We are at Cedarville College, the home of the Yellow Jackets. Today's game, Faith Christian of Greenville, Ohio against Victory Christian from Kinsman, Ohio. Let's run down the starting lineups. First off, for Victory Christian, dressed in their road blue. Number 20 is Drew Harnett. 10 is Jared Kirchhoffer. 32, Jeremy Berry. Randy Swager is number 40. 42 is Mike Gill. And that is the starting lineup for Victory Christian. Faith controls the tip as we start the action off. Right side wing, that is Foreman, cannot get it to go, and Victory with the rebound. Let's get to the starting lineup for Faith Christian. Number 10 is Steve Price. 14, Aaron Foreman. 23, Nick North. 40 is Ken Stewart, and 50 is Vince Hamilton. In the lane, the basket, Jeremy Berry giving Victory Christian a 2-0 lead. As Price with the ball out top. The left side wing, that is Stewart for three. Left it short. The rebound to Victory Christian. And it goes ahead. Nice power move underneath. Number 42, Mike Gill. And Faith finds themselves trailing Victory by 4, 4-0. And another steal is number 10. As that is tipped away out of bounds, it will be Victory Christian's ball. With 6:51 remaining, they lead it. The Chargers lead it 4-0. Inbounds pass in the left side of the paint as that is in and out, rattles through Jeremy Berry, and the whistle and the foul goes against Drew Harnett. It's a common foul. 6:45 remaining. It's still a 4-0 lead. Victory leading this over Faith. Faith at 18-9. Victory at 19-2. Hamilton gives the ball to Stewart. Lost his dribble. Now he's got to find the open man, and it's saved back in. And a turnover. Well, you have to wonder how much of a factor nerves will play here today as Harnett gives the ball. That is to Gill. Gill gives it back to Harnett. Driving baseline, and traveling is called against Gill. So that'll give it back to Faith with a 4-0 lead and 6:17. Faith trailing this, we should say. North puts the ball in play to Stewart, and it's knocked out of bounds. It will be Faith's ball. And Mike Schellebarger is going to elect to take a 20-second timeout. Victory Christian with the first 4 points of the ball game here. They lead it with 6:16 remaining. Victory, of course, as we have mentioned, from Kinsman, Ohio, up in northeast Ohio. Faith from Greenville in west central Ohio, as you get a glimpse of Faith Christian as they break their huddle. And now Victory breaks their huddle, and play set to resume. My name's Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here this morning from Cedarville College, the campus of Cedarville College, Cedarville, Ohio. The inbounds pass goes to Stewart. Stewart gives it to Foreman as Victory applying full court pressure. Ahead it goes to Price. Price gives it back to Stewart, and they'll set it up. Right side it goes Foreman. Foreman inside to Hamilton, puts it up. He is fouled, and he will go to the line getting a pair.
Fouls on number 10.
Opening quarter of play, 6:01 remaining. Victory Christian leading this 4-0 as Hamilton at the free throw line, a chance to get Faith on the scoreboard. Cannot. The first one falls away. The second is on the way, and it will not go either, and Victory with the rebound. Harnett gives the ball to Berry. Berry with it, left side, gives it back to Harnett. That is Gill on the baseline. Back to Harnett. Out top it goes. That is Jared Kirchhoffer as Gill gets it back to Harnett. Kirchhoffer with it on the right side. Out top it goes to Harnett. Left side Gill. Baseline it goes to Swagger. Back to Harnett. In the middle. The spin move as Berry gets the basket. And it's a 6-0 lead. Foreman gives the ball to Stewart. Back to Foreman. Foreman to Stewart, and they'll get it across midcourt. Stewart in some trouble. Finds Hamilton. Hamilton gives it back to Stewart. That is baseline. Price drives down, and he steps on the line. Another turnover, giving it back to Victory Christian. 5:06. We played nearly 3 minutes. Faith yet to break the scoreboard into the scoring column. Kirchhoffer gives it to Harnett. Gill gives it back to Harnett. Berry, right side it goes Swagger for three, and it bounces around, will not go. Hamilton with the rebound for the Conquerors. Stewart pulls it up. Underneath it goes to Price. Right side baseline, leaves it short. Kirchhoffer with the rebound. Quickly ahead, drives left side, drives down the lane, off the glass, in and out. And it is going to be off of Victory. So Faith will put the ball in play underneath the Chargers' basket. Six 0 with 4:20 remaining. 3.5 minutes have passed, and Faith yet to dent the scoring column. Foreman gives the ball to Hamilton, and a steal. Swagger lays it up and good. And it's an 8-0 ball game, and Faith having a lot of problems with this pressure defense. Full court pressure by Victory. With 4:03 remaining here in the opening quarter, Victory leading at 8-0. North will put the ball in play. Nick North will put the ball in play as a couple of substitutions. Ty Schellebarger and Justin Wiegand entering the ball game. North, as we said, will put the ball in play on the
foul is on number 40, Randy Swagger, his first personal, team third.
Swagger picking up the foul against Victory Christian. North puts the ball in play for the Conquerors. Better get it in. Finally gets it into Schellebarger. Gets it across midcourt. Foreman handles the ball out top between circles. Schellebarger inside. They try to go to North. It's tipped away. Swagger comes up with it. Drives into the lane. Pulls up. Scoops it. Leaves it strong. Gets his own putback. It is good. And it's a 10-0 lead. Well, Faith digging themselves a 10-point hole here early on. Underneath, North. North drives inside, puts it up, and gets the basket. Well, Faith finally gets into the scoring column with 3:26 left. 10-2, Victory leading this over Faith as Kirchhoffer with the ball out top. That is Harnett, left side wing. Baseline it goes. Gill, it's tipped away, but Kirchhoffer comes up with it, gives it back to Swagger. Swagger looks to drive in the lane, dishes it off to Gill. Gill scoops it up, leaves it short. North with the rebound for Faith. Schellebarger ahead, it goes to Wiegand. On the left side wing. Looks to drive in, dishes it off to Schellebarger. Schellebarger back to Wiegand, thought about the three, picks it back up. Gives it off to Foreman. Drives down right side. Price, the baseline jumper, good. Faith back to within 6, 10-4. Kirchhoffer works it across midcourt for the Chargers. Brings it left side, Harnett. Back out top, Kirchhoffer to Harnett. Baseline it goes, Gill. Gill, skip pass to Kirchhoffer. Back to Harnett. Inside, Gill, and the foul is going to be called against Foreman. A common foul with 2:22 remaining.
Fouls on number 14, Aaron Foreman.
My name's Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here this morning. An early start, 9 o'clock. We are in Cedarville, Ohio, the campus of Cedarville College. Gill, the inside move, gets it to drop. And the lead is back to 8, 12-4. Berry with the basket. North scoops that in. Dishes it off. Price inside off the glass. Good. And the lead is 12-6. Kirchhoffer. Across midcourt, top of the key, left side it goes to Harnett, underneath Gill. Gill in some trouble, turns, has it blocked by Price, tipped back out, scramble for the ball, and a foul is going to be called against Schellebarger. Common foul, so Victory will put the ball in play in front of Faith's bench. The second personal against Faith. A 20-second timeout taken by Victory Christian. With 1:49 remaining, Faith has trimmed this to a 6-point game. They were down 10-0 early on. And right now, they trail by just 6. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here tonight, or this morning actually. I'm so used to doing night games. But this morning from Cedarville College in Cedarville, Ohio. Common foul, as we said, before the timeout. So Harnett will put the ball in play for the Chargers. Kirchhoffer gives the ball back to Harnett. Thought about the three, but pulls it back in. Gill. They try to get it inside. It's deflected away. Barry, Kirchhoffer got it as that will not go. The rebound is to Faith as Wiegand across midcourt pulls up, gives it off to Foreman. Foreman, the baseline move, North lost it, but it was tipped apparently, so it will be Faith Christian ball with a minute and a half remaining. Inbounds pass goes to Wiegand out top. Wiegand brings it right side. Schellebarger with it now between the circles. Wiegand gives it up. That is Foreman underneath. Price somehow got the basket to drop. I don't see how that went, but it did. He lost it. It went straight up and then dropped through for two. Price with the rebound off the miss. Foreman gives it back to Price. Foreman, and he'll work it across midcourt. Under a minute. Faith a chance to pull back to within 2 points. Schellebarger gives the ball to Wiegand. Wiegand pulls up for the jumper. It skips across, will not go. Tapped out. Wiegand with the rebound. In trouble. Finds Schellebarger for three. It will not go. And Kirchhoffer with the rebound and Schellebarger with the foul. And Stewart coming back into the ball game as who will replace Schellebarger. That is his second. The team's third is Kirchhoffer. Will put the ball in play. Swager gives it back to Kirchhoffer. Under a minute, under 30 seconds actually now, as Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. Harnett gives it back to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer looks top of the key, gives it off to Swager. Swager drives in, high off the glass, will not go. Swager the rebound and the putback. He's fouled. Let's check and see who it's going to be against. North, Nick North picking up that foul. That is the fourth team foul, and it comes with 17.2 seconds remaining. That is North's first. Free throw by Swager is good, and the lead is 5, 13-8. Swager's second free throw is on the way, and it rattles off, will not go. Price nearly lost it. Foreman with it, and he'll hurry it across midcourt. 10 seconds remaining. Stewart. North, it's tipped away, but Foreman chases it down. Dishes it inside to Price. Whistle and a foul. It's going to be against Gill. Just a common foul, only the fourth team foul. So with 1.5 seconds remaining, Nick Olson checks into the ball game for Faith as he'll replace Foreman. Faith will put the ball in play under their own basket. .5 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. The give is Stewart for three. It will not go. Well, Faith battles back. They trail 10-0 at one point. They've trimmed that in half. After one, they trail by 5. It's Victory Christian 13, Faith Christian 8.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Victory Christian will have possession as we start the second quarter. They lead it by 5 here. We are on the campus of Cedarville College. ACSI State Tournament. Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. Left side, inside it goes Barry. Barry dishes it off to Gill. Out top it goes to Kirchhoffer. Thought about the three, and he makes a move, and as he does, he slides that pivot foot and is whistled for traveling. Foreman takes the inbounds pass. Stewart gets it back. Stewart with the ball out top. It goes to Vince Hamilton. Hamilton gives it back to Stewart. Right side, that is Foreman. Foreman gives it to Elson. Elson drives in the lane, pulls up, fires, in and out. Swagger with the rebound. Works it up quickly. And he's going to be called for the charge. I thought for a moment he was going to call a blocking foul, but a good call as Foreman was there in plenty of time to draw the charge. With 7:17 remaining, Stewart puts the ball in play to Foreman. Gets it back, works it across midcourt. Elson nearly has it tipped away. Foreman with it out top left side. He'll bring it out between the circles now to set up the offense. Right side it goes Stewart. Stewart looks inside. The give is to... Actually, that was Hamilton to Stewart. Foreman has his shot blocked. And a steal. And the tripping foul by Barry. A common foul, and it's the 6th team foul against Victory. Well, the next foul will put Faith at the free throw line. Stewart puts the ball in play to Foreman. Foreman across midcourt, right at midcourt for the Conquerors. Left side it goes to Hamilton. Hamilton drives in the lane, gives it back to Elson, steps back for the three, left it short, but Stewart there with the rebound, powers it up, gets the basket, and Faith back to within 3 again, 13-10. Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. Harnett gives the ball to Gill. Harnett out top, Kirchhoffer. Gill with it on the baseline. Harnett left side, out top. Now that end of the ball game is Emmanuel Brown. Kirchhoffer gives it back to Brown. Brown dishes it off to Kirchhoffer. Backs off for three. Nails it. 3-point goal. Jared Kirchhoffer. And the lead is 6 again. 16-10. Stewart with the ball out top. Pulls up, fires the three, and he nails it. Well, the two teams trade threes right there, and it's a 16-13 ball game. Kirchhoffer gives it to Brown. Brown dishes it inside to Barry. Barry loses it. Loose ball. Kirchhoffer somehow comes up with it, dishes it off to Gill. Cannot get it to go. Tapped back up. Will not go. Again a tap. Gill with the rebound and the putback. And the basket, making it a 5-point game again, 18-13. Elson gives the ball to Foreman. Foreman inside to Price. Low post. Turns, fires, will not go. That's Harnett with the rebound. Gill holds up, gives it out top to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer drives, dishes it off. Barry through the hands of Swagger, or rather Gill. Gill fires it across court. Kirchhoffer inside to Barry. The spin move, the basket good. And the lead is 7, 20-13. Faith got it back to within 3, but right now Faith trailing Victory by 7, 20-13, as we are under 4.5 minutes. Foreman drives and lost it out of bounds, but it was tipped. So Faith will have possession. With 4:17 remaining, Stewart will put the ball in play underneath their own basket. Stewart putting it in play for the Conquerors. They give us to Foreman. Foreman. Out top it goes to Wiegand. Wiegand left side. They give it to North. Low post. Back out to Foreman to Wiegand. Wiegand gives the ball to Foreman underneath. Stewart spins, fires, gets the basket. It's a 5-point game again, 20-15, as we are under 4 minutes. Out top, Kirchhoffer is a couple new faces in the ball game for Victory. Number 34, that's Heathberry. He cannot get it to drop. And the rebound is to Stewart. Quickly ahead it goes to Price. Price to Wiegand. Wiegand with the ball out top. Gives the ball to Stewart. Stewart looks to go baseline. Pulls up the jumper. Will not go. And the rebound is to Don Harnett. Gill pulls up for the jumper. Off the glass. Will not go. And the putback, that is good, as Jeremy Berry with the basket. And it's back to a 7-point game, 22-15. North with the ball right side on the baseline. Gives it to Wiegand. Wiegand drives down the lane, puts it up, and he is fouled before the shot as he was driving down the lane. But he will be going to the free throw line. Is that the 7th team foul?
The foul on number 12, Don Harnett, his first personal, team 7.
John Knight entering the ball game for Faith Christian. 22-15 is the score. Victory Christian leading this. This the state championship
At the line will be number 35.
for ACSI. My name is Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you. This video being produced by M. Bixler Video Productions. Wiegand's first free throw is good, making it a 6-point game, 22-16. 2:58 remains. Second free throw is good as well. 22-17. It's back to a 5-point game. Kirchhoffer with the ball as he crosses midcourt, just to the left of the circle. The give, that is to Harnett. A steal as Stewart comes up with it. Underneath Wiegand. Wiegand fakes. Dishes it back out to Stewart and cannot get it to go. Swagger brings it back out as they'll set up the offense. Loose ball, and we're going to have traveling. That'll give it back to the Conquerors with 2:26 remaining. Nick North putting it in play for Faith as he'll give it to Justin Wiegand. Wiegand across midcourt for the Conquerors. Top of the key. Drives down the lane, scoops it up, and good. Basket. Back to a 3-point game, 22-19, and the violation against the Chargers, giving it back to Faith. They'll put it in play under their own basket. A timeout taken. With 2:14 remaining. Right now, Victory leading it, but by just 3 points, 22-19.
This event brought to you by the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Faith putting the ball in play is North. Pass out to Wiegand. It's tipped away, and Victory comes up with it. Swagger lays it up, and good. And it's a 5-point lead. Ahead it goes to North. North lays it up short. Tapped up. Stewart brings it back out, and he is fouled by Harnett. Drew Harnett with that foul. And Stewart will be going to the free throw line, getting the one in bonus. 24-19, a minute 59 remains. Victory Christian leading this over Faith, but now by just 5. Victory with the first 10 points of the game. Stewart gets the first free throw to drop. He will get a second. That's on the way and good as well. So back to a 3-point game, 24-21. Kirchhoffer gets it across midcourt for Victory Christian. Well, Victory not only with the boys in the state championship for Class A, the girls there as well. That game coming up. Jeremy Berry gives the ball to Gill. Gill cannot get it. It's in and out, and North grabs the rebound for Faith. Ahead it goes to Wiegand. Wiegand to Stewart. His shot is blocked. Gill comes out with it for the Chargers. Gill drives into the lane, the whistle, and I believe we're going to have a blocking foul. A minute 17 remains. It's still a common foul, as that is only the 5th team foul against Faith. Inside as Jeremy Berry gives it to Kirchhoffer. Back to Jeremy Berry, pulls up from the free throw line and nails it. And it's back to a 5-point lead. Well, Faith getting it back to 3, but they just cannot get over that hump. Foreman gives it back to Stewart across midcourt. Loose ball, and Stewart keeps possession. Knight gives the ball to Foreman, to Wiegand, back left side baseline. Foreman with it. Out top it goes to Stewart. Long 3, left short. Foreman the rebound, drives down the lane, cannot get it to go. And Foreman is going to go to the line and will get a pair. Well, again, a chance to pull to within 3. 26-21, 38.3 seconds remaining. My name's Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you as getting ready to check back into the ball game. Steve Price. Also Vince Hamilton checking back in. Hamilton checking in for Nick North. 26-21, Foreman trying to trim this to a 4-point game right now. His first is good, 26-22. Second free throw is good as well, and it's back to a 3-point game as Price will check in for Foreman now. .38 seconds as Drew Harnett gives the ball back to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer with it out top. The give is to Harnett. Back to Kirchhoffer. Harnett out top, playing pass. Left side top, Kirchhoffer. Harnett with it. Left side on the wing. The give is to Barry. Just top of the key. Kirchhoffer with it again. Now looks to drive inside. And he is called for traveling. Well, Faith will have 5.5 seconds to take it the length of the court. And you can bet Victory is going to apply full court pressure. Knight gives the ball back, fires it, and it's going to be well short. We have reached halftime here with the score, Faith trailing Victory Christian 26-23.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Second half just about ready to get underway. We did some checking into how many times these two teams have made it to the championship game. ACSI championship. And we'll get to that momentarily. Faith with the ball as Stewart fires for three, and we are knotted up at 26. Kirchhoffer works it across midcourt. Crusaders finally get it across. Drew Harnett with the ball. Takes it left side on the wing. That's Gill. Inside, Barry. Barry dishes it out to Kirchhoffer in the lane. The runner gets it to drop. And Victory back in front by a pair, 28-26. Faith has made it to this championship game 5 times. Victory has made it 4. Gill lays it off the glass for 2, and it's Victory back in front by 4. Well, Faith coming out, tying it right away with a three-pointer by Stewart. But Victory with the last 4 points. Hamilton takes it high off the glass for 2. And the lead is trimmed to 2 again, 30-28. Harnett gives the ball to Barry. Barry spins left side of the free throw line. It rattles off, and Hamilton with the rebound. Hamilton dishes it off to Price. Price pulls up. He'll slow it down. Gives it underneath to Hamilton. Hamilton tries to take it on the reverse and lost it out of bounds. Well, these two teams, not only have they been in the tournament, several times, they have battled each other 4 times for the state championship. Victory coming away the winner 3 times. Faith in a close one in 91, winning 53-50. Gill gives the ball back out. Barry underneath lays it in for 2. And it's a 32-28 ball game. Wiegand gives the ball to Foreman, and he is called for traveling. 32-28. Victory leading it by 4. The first times these two teams hooked up. Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. And the baseline move Gill is going to be called for the offensive foul. And that turnover giving it back to Faith. These two teams hooked up first back in 88, back in 89 here. 47-46 victory of the 1-point winner. The next 90-91 is the steal. Kirchhoffer with the ball out top. Harnett gives the ball to Gill. Gill out top, it goes to Harnett. Harnett looks to drive baseline, cut off. Kirchhoffer, right side, Brown. Barry tries to go baseline, cut off, gives it back to Brown. Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. Harnett back out top to Kirchhoffer. Driving down the lane, they give it to Gill. Gill fakes and has it blocked. The whistle on the foul. Gill will go to the free throw line, getting 2. Well, in 89, the two teams hooked up, as we said, 47-46 victory winning that. In 90-91, it was Faith by 3, 53-50, 91-92. It was victory by 8, 42-34, and in 92-93, 68-57 victory. So these two teams have played in the championship game 3 straight years, and 4 out of 5 against each other. Back in the late 80s to early 90s. Gill's first free throw is good, and it's a 5-point lead, 33-28. 5.5 minutes remain. Gill's second free throw, it will not go. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, and leaves it short. Hamilton gives it off to Elson. Elson to Price. Elson to Foreman now. Back to Elson to Foreman. Elson gives the ball to Wiegand. Wiegand looks to drive, dishes it off. That is Hamilton, fires it up. Cannot get it to go. And the Crusaders with the ball once again. Top of the key, Kirchhoffer. The three-pointer will not go, and it's Barry with the rebound and the basket. And the lead is 7, 35-28. Price gives the ball to Elson, to Foreman, back to Elson. Elson gives the ball to Price. Nearly lost it, and did, in fact, as he was on the line. Nick North getting ready to check back into the ball game, but before that takes place, a 20-second timeout taken by Faith. 35-28. Faith coming out with a three-pointer to start things off here in this second half, tying it at 26, but since then have been outscored 9-2 and trail it by 7, 35-28. Victory will put the ball in play, or almost directly in front of us. 4:35 remains. Third quarter of play. 35-28 victory. Kirchhoffer makes the inbounds pass. Loose ball. It's tapped ahead to Barry. Barry with it. Goes baseline. Pulls up and gets the basket. And it's a 37-28 ball game. Wiegand lost it out of bounds, and it will be Faith ball. Schellebarger checking into the ball game, replacing Wiegand. Well, Faith having a lot of problems with the pressure, full court pressure that the Crusaders putting on. North kisses it off the glass for 2. And it's a 7-point game, 37-30. Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Barry. Ahead it goes. That is Swagger. And the basket is good as Gill comes up with that. Back to a 9-point game. Schellebarger looks to drive inside. He'll bring it back out to the wing. Price drives baseline, puts it up. Good. 39-32. It's back to a 7-point game. Swager across midcourt for the Crusaders. Out top it goes to Harnett. Harnett in the middle. That's Barry. Dishes it off. That's for three. Kirchhoffer in and out. North grabs the rebound. Foreman gets the ball to Elson, and he'll get it across midcourt. North. Check that. That was Price. And another turnover as Faith having trouble controlling the ball, and they started to call a foul, and he ate the whistle and didn't call it. And as a result, Victory gets a basket, another steal. And the basket is good by Barry. And it's an 11-point lead, 43-32. Schellebarger takes it in, lays it off the glass for two. Well, I tell you what, Mike Schellebarger still getting on the official as he did. He's raised his arm to make the call, but didn't. Harnett fires for three, cannot get it, and Barry puts it up, and now what are we going to have? The foul going against North. That'll give it back to Victory. 43-34. Kirchhoffer gives it back to Gill. Check that. He drives down the lane, cannot get it. Tapped out, and it is Elson that comes up with it. Elson to Foreman, and the foul is finally called against Barry. That'll give it back to Faith. 43-34, minute 59 remaining. Well, folks, it's not my camera that is shaking. It is the stands that are shaking. Price. And another turnover as Faith having all kinds of trouble with the pressure. And that is lost out of bounds. It will be Faith ball with a minute 43 remaining. Hamilton checks back into the ball game, replacing Price. And another steal, another turnover. Faith having all kinds of trouble with this pressure defense. Barry looks to drive, gives it off to Kirchhoffer. As we approach, we're actually under a minute and a half here in the third quarter. Swager fires for three, could not get it as Stewart chases it down and gives the ball up to Foreman. Foreman across midcourt. Gives it up to North. North off the glass for two. And Faith back to within 7, 43-36. We are at a minute. A foul going against Faith.
That falls on number 50, Vince Hamilton. That's his first personal, team third.
Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Harnett. Under a minute. Harnett gives the ball back to Kirchhoffer, but it's a steal as Hamilton comes up with it. He is fouled. 50.2 seconds remaining. Faith down by 7. They tied it at 26. Stewart fires for three, couldn't get it. Foreman the rebound, and going back up, he is fouled. He should go to the line, getting 2. Now they say he was on the floor. Well, he was on the way up to shoot, but they say he was on the floor, and that will give them a ball underneath the basket. North gives the ball to Stewart. Schellebarger fired, couldn't get it to go as Barry with the rebound. Ahead it goes to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer puts it up. The basket is good. He's fouled. Count the basket. John Knight getting ready to check back in for Schellebarger. That is his 3rd. Kirchhoffer's free throw is good, and the lead is 10. Well, Faith got it back to 7. And they say it is off of Hamilton. And that gives it back to Victory. Kirchhoffer, and the blocking foul is going to be called against Hamilton. That is his 2nd personal foul. And the team's 5th. Still just a common foul. Swager gives the ball to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer back to Swager. Underneath, and the basket is good. Heath Barry with the basket. Foreman gets it across to North. Underneath, Hamilton lost it as he was driving in, and that was going to end the 3rd quarter. Well, Faith, after coming out, tying the score at 26, then is outscored 22-10. After 3 quarters, it is Victory Christian 48, Faith Christian 36.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Final 8 minutes, just about ready to get underway. 48-36, Victory Christian leading it by 12. Driving down the lane, Barry gets the basket. The lead is 14. Faith has to come up with a furious rally here late in this game as Knight with the rebound gives it back out to Stewart. They try to get it to North, and it's taken away as Kirchhoffer drives down the lane, scoops it up, cannot get it to go, and the foul is going to be called on Heath Barry. 50-36, 7:37 remains. Common foul, as that is Ken Stewart that will put the ball in play. And again, Victory applying full court pressure. Knight, Foreman with the ball near side, gives the ball to Stewart. Wiegand underneath North with the lay-in. The lead is 12 for Victory Christian, 50-38. Kirchhoffer working it across midcourt. Kirchhoffer gives it back out. Swagger drives in the lane, but he's going to be called for traveling. Well, that'll give it back to Faith Christian, a chance to get it down to 10, possibly single digits. North gives the ball to Wiegand. Wiegand across, drives, dishes it down. Stewart to Knight, off the glass for two. I don't think Stewart meant to give the ball up, but could not come up with it. And Knight, Johnny on the spot, was right there to put it back in. With 6:54 remaining, a timeout taken by Victory. A full timeout. Right now it's a 10-point lead. The Crusaders leading Faith 50-40.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Swagger puts the ball in play to Harnett. Harnett with it out top, gives the ball to Swagger. Swagger back to Harnett. Kirchhoffer out top between the circles. Gives the ball to Berry. Berry drives down the lane. The foul, though, before the pass. So a common foul. That the sixth team foul. John Knight picking up the foul. It's tipped out. Faith comes up with it. And it's off of Kirchhoffer. That'll give it back to Faith Christian with 6:29, so just under 6.5 minutes remaining. The lead is 10, but Faith with the ball. A chance to trim into this even more. Knight gives the ball to Foreman. Foreman to North. The spin move in the lane gets it to drop. And Faith back to within 8. Swagger with it right side on the top. Out top it goes. That is Kirchhoffer. Gives the ball to Harnett. Harnett looks to drive, brings it back out, cut off. Right side it goes to Kirchhoffer. Left side, and it's a near steal. Foreman tipped it away, but Harnett comes up with it. Heath Berry gives it to Jeremy Berry, and count the basket. And a timeout is going to be taken 52-42, a timeout taken by Faith. And that should be a full timeout. With 5:45 remaining, it's Victory Christian 52, Faith Christian 42.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
At the line shooting the bonus will be number 32, Jeremy Berry.
At the line, number 32, that is Jeremy Berry for the Crusaders, as his free throw is good, and the lead is 11. Knight gives the ball back to Stewart across midcourt. Stewart in the middle, North pulls up for the jumper. It rattles around and through. And it's back to a 9-point game, 53-44. Kirchhoffer across midcourt. Gives the ball off to Harnett. Nearly lost it, but comes up with it. Back to Kirchhoffer. Swagger dishes it underneath. Heathberry with the lay-in. And it's back to an 11-point lead for Victory. Knight. Stewart for three, left it short. Heathberry with the rebound. And the reach in. Well, check that. No foul called, as they say it was deflected out of bounds. Gill puts the ball in play to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer across midcourt for the Crusaders. Gill. That is Berry. Berry looks to drive down the lane, gets it off to Heathberry, fires it up for two, and it's back to a 13-point game, 57-44. Wiegand. That is tipped. Kirchhoffer comes up with a steal, and the foul is going to be called against Faith. Wiegand.
Fouls on number 35, Justin Wiegand, his first.
That is the team's 8th.
At the line is number 10, Jared Kirchhoffer.
Kirchhoffer at the free throw line. Jared Kirchhoffer with the 1-and-1. 57-44. Well, Faith trimming it to 8 points. Now trail by 13 as that free throw rattles around and drops. And the lead now 14. That the biggest lead of the game, or matches the biggest lead. A chance to take the biggest lead of the game will not, as Stewart could not come up with it. And the rebound, the putback would not go, and now Faith with it. Foreman drives down on the baseline, gives the ball to North. North is fouled and should go to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 42, Mike Gill. That's his 5th personal, and 6th.
And that is the 5th foul called against Gill. Not particularly happy with the call, but nonetheless the call, and quite frankly, having officiated a few games myself, that's a call I would have made. North at the free throw line, getting 2 free throws. Gets the first, 58-45. Second free throw is North set to fire, and does, and it's good as well. 58-46. Kirchhoffer works it across midcourt for the Crusaders. Kirchhoffer drives down the lane, dishes it off. Swagger, and he is going to be called. What do we have? Traveling is called. That gives it back to the Conquerors. Elson with the ball right side to Stewart. Back to Elson. Elson across court to Foreman. Foreman drives in the lane, divs it off to North. Gets the basket. 58-48. Faith crawls back to within 10. Swagger gets it across midcourt for the Crusaders. Drives into the lane, dishes it off. That's Heathberry with the basket. And it's back to a 12-point game. Foreman, the other end, lost it out of bounds. And it's off of Faith. And that gives it back to Victory. (60-48). The Crusaders leading this. Heathberry takes the inbounds pass, gives it back to Jeremy Berry. Gets it across midcourt for the Crusaders. And the steal and traveling is going to be called against Faith. A timeout taken by the Crusaders, or check that, by the Conquerors. With 3:27 remaining, it is Victory Christian 60, Faith Christian 48.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Well, play just about set to resume with 3:27 remaining here in the final quarter of play. It's a 12-point lead by the Crusaders of Victory out of Kinsman, Ohio. Faith Christian from Greenville, Ohio. Drew Harnett will put the ball in play. And traveling is called. That will give it back to Faith. Nick North puts the ball in play for the Conquerors. The give is to Foreman. Foreman with it out top, looks to go left side. They do. That is Elson. Elson goes baseline, tries to get it underneath. It's tipped, and it will be Faith's ball. As the clock continued to roll for about 3 seconds before they got it shut off. Hamilton tries to dish it off, and again lost out of bounds. It will be Faith's ball. I'll tell you what, I have been impressed with the facility here at Cedarville. It's the first time I've been here in about 18 years, as that is left short. Foreman with the rebound, and the foul is going to go against Harnett. That is the 7th team foul, meaning that Foreman will go to the free throw line, getting one in bonus.
At the line is number 14, Aaron Foreman, shooting 1 and 1.
3:07 remains. 60-48. That free throw is good. That makes it an 11-point ball game. 60-49 as Foreman tries to make it a 10-point game, and will. 60-50. And we're going to have a foul. It's going to go against Hamilton. Swagger will go to the free throw line with the 1 in bonus. That is Hamilton's 3rd personal foul. That is the 9th team foul, so starting with the next foul, Victory will be at the line getting the double bonus, meaning they'll get 2 free throws.
At the line will be number 40, Randy Swagger, shooting 1 and 1.
Swagger's first free throw spins out. North with the rebound, ahead to Schellebarger. Schellebarger gives the ball to North. North looks to drive, gives it off to Foreman. Foreman, and the foul is going to be called against Heath Berry, meaning Foreman will make a return trip to the free throw line with an opportunity to cut this into single digits. 60-50 is the score. He will get 2 free throws on this one. He was in the act of shooting. The first is in and out. He gets the second, though, as he was in the act of shooting. Second free throw is on the way, and it's good. Well, he trims it to single digits again, 60-51, as Kirchhoffer takes the inbounds pass. Tapped out of bounds. It stays with Victory. The inbounds pass, that is Jeremy Berry. Berry quickly ahead to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer brings it up the right side and brings it back out. We are approaching 2.5 minutes. Harnett with the ball, and the bumping foul goes against Foreman. That means Harnett will go to the line and get a pair. Faith, that the 10th team foul. The double bonus is in effect. Victory Christian having only committed 18 fouls. Harnett's first free throw is no good. It spins out. So now a chance to make this back to a double-digit lead at 10, and does. 61-51. Stewart puts the ball in play to North. North across the right side gives the ball to Elson. Elson with it out top to Stewart. Fires for 3. Left it short. Tapped back out. That is Elson that comes up with it to Stewart. He fires for 3 and nails it. 61-54. Well, if you take enough of them, you eventually get one to drop. Ahead it goes to Heath Berry. Heath Berry gives the ball to Jeremy Berry in the lane, puts it up and gets the basket. And the lead is 9, 63-54. Stewart gives it back to Elson. North fires for three, will not go. That is Harnett with the rebound as we are under 2 minutes. Kirchhoffer. And the reach-in foul is going to go against Faith. And we will walk the distance of the court for another two-shot foul. Jared Kirchhoffer will go to the free throw line and get a pair. Well, Faith, 18-9. (63-54). First by Kirchhoffer is good. (64-54). The lead back to 10. Now a chance to make it an 11-point lead. Cannot as Schellebarger grabs the rebound. Ahead it goes to Foreman. Foreman lost the ball, but he's fouled by Heath Berry. And I'm sure that Victory's coach not real thrilled about that because that stops the clock.
That's a line with number 14, Foreman shooting 1 and 1.
Foreman going to the line, getting the 1 and bonus. 64-54, a minute 42 remaining. At the 9th team foul. He gets the first free throw, making it a 9-point game. Now a chance to make it an 8-point game. Second free throw is also good, 64-56. Well, still a lot of time as Jeremy Berry puts the ball in play to Kirchhoffer. Kirchhoffer will bring it back out. Harnett. And the timeout is taken by Victory Christian. With a minute 32 remaining, Faith trailing Victory by 8, 64-56.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, R.B. Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Well, this is the championship game of the Class A and ACSI. The inbounds pass. Well, they went over and back, but that is not over and back. With the new ruling this year, as Stewart is going to be fouled and will go to the free throw line, getting 3. A minute 23 remains. And not only that, that is the 10th team foul, so he will get 3 automatically here. But from here on out, Faith will get 2 free throws as Jeremy Berry picks up that foul. Well, 3 points here would make it a 5-point game. Stewart's first is good. 64-57. Second is on the way, and it is good as well. He's 2/3 of the way there. 64-58. Victory standing at 19-2, Faith at 18-9. Stewart hits all 3 free throws as Faith now suddenly within 5. And the turnover, Elson pulls up for 3 and cannot get it to drop. Schellebarger, the rebound, cannot get it. Again battling for it, and now a jump ball. And Faith will have possession. A minute 10 remains. Well, Faith had a great opportunity to knock it to a 2-point game, but could not do so as Stewart with the inbounds pass. Out top it goes to Elson. Elson, right side Foreman, puts it up, and the foul on the floor, but really does not matter. It would have been only a difference of a point if Foreman had been able to get that to drop and they hadn't called it on the floor. But nonetheless, Foreman will go to the free throw line, getting 2. That is the 4th personal against Jeremy Berry. First is good. 64-60. Oh, remember, moments ago, it was a 14-point lead. Foreman hits both free throws, and it's a 3-point game again. And the foul is called against Faith with a minute 3 remaining. Nick Elson picking up the foul, and we will walk the length of the court for the 2-shot, 2 free throws. John Knight checking back into the ball game. Jared Kirchhoffer at the free throw line. The first is good. 65-61. Second free throw, it's off the front of the rim, and Jeremy Berry with the rebound. A big rebound as Aaron Foreman is whistled for the foul. Well, I did not see what happened, but Faith Christian fans extremely upset. I think all they have is full timeouts. And Mike Schellebarger wanting to talk to the officials right here, but with 59.7 seconds remaining, it's a 4-point lead, 65-61. Faith Christian trailing by 4 to Victory Christian.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by M. Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
The free throw is good by Jeremy Berry, making it a 5-point game, but still a lot of time remaining. Nick Elson checking back into the game for John Knight. (66-61). It is Faith trailing Victory by 5. And a discussion taking place at the scorer's table. I honestly do not know what this would be. Well, I think the official is blowing this one because he's making John Knight re-enter the ball game, but it doesn't matter because a play has been made, unless they want to say time has to come off the clock. But I'm not sure, and that may very well be because I think Knight did come in for Elson. Now they are allowing him to come back in. Now, I don't understand this. They made him come back in for the free throw, but allowed him to come in. I do not understand that as North fires it off the glass for 2. 67-63, the lead is 4, and a near steal as Kirchhoffer gives the ball to Swagger, and then the foul is called against Foreman, and Harnett will go to the free throw line. That, on the free throws, I do not understand that, because that is also Foreman's 5th foul with 46.9 seconds remaining as Vince Hamilton will check back into the ball game. Swagger, it appears, came up with a cramp. But on the last play, Faith Christian wanting to get Nick Elson into the ball game. An official's timeout is taken, but Faith Christian wanting to get Nick Elson into the ball game and could not get him in. We'll come back and explain that a little further, but right now let's take a timeout with the injured player.
This event brought to you by the Made Right Sandwich Shop at 125 North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, 300 South Main Street in Ansonia. Greenville National Bank in Greenville, Ansonia, Gettysburg, Arcanum, and Bradford. Cox Insurance Agency, RB Cox Agency in Ansonia, Vinoy Cox Insurance Agency in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in St. Henry and Wapakoneta. By Montage Cafe on South Broadway in Greenville. Oliver Funeral Home, Greenville's only locally owned funeral home. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. By Osgood State Bank, with locations in Osgood, Fort Laramie, Chickasaw, and Lakeview. Family Health of Darke County, located in Greenville, Versailles, Arcanum, and New Madison. By State Farm Insurance, your local agent, Jim Gable, East Main Street in Greenville. And by Bixler Video Productions. For more information on underwriting, contact us.
Well, checking into the ballgame is Tim Peffer. As Harnett hits the first free throw, making it a 5-point game, 68-63. His second free throw is also good, and it's back to a 6-point game. Stewart pushes it up, gives it to Elson. Elson drives it inside, gives it to North, to Hamilton, the basket. 69-65, and Elson is whistled for the foul, and going to the free throw line is Harnett. Just having been there, will be getting 2 again. That is Elson's second personal foul. My name's Mark Bixler. We're certainly glad to be with you here tonight. But what we were explaining, the officials would not let Nick Elson enter the ball game, and I understand having to make a play, but then after he made the second free throw, they still, or after he made the first free throw, they would not let him in. But after the second free throw, they did. Now, no time came off the clock as Harnett getting the free throw, pushing it back to a 5-point game. The second free throw is on the way, and it's good as well. 71-65 as we are at 30 seconds. Wiegand, Stewart from way out top for the free. Three will not go, and Elson saves it back, and it is going to be a foul. And Jeremy Berry is going to go to the free throw line as Hamilton picking up the foul. Or Stewart, rather. 71-65.
At the line will be number 32, Jeremy Berry. He's shooting 2 shots.
And Schellebarger wanting to come back in, but cannot, as they had already handed him the ball. Berry's first free throw is good. 23.7 seconds. It's a 7-point lead, 72-65. And it appears that Victory Christian will move on, as the second free throw will not go, and Berry picks up his 5th foul. Let's wait and see how big that's going to be. Randy Swager will check into the ball game as Justin Wiegand at the free throw line. He will be getting 2. Now 2 made free throws here. Trims it back to a 5-point game, and still a lot of time left. 22.9 seconds. His first free throw skims across the front and then off the heel and through, trimming it to a 6-point game. The second is also good, and it's a 5-point game again. And Swager will now go to the free throw line as Stewart picking up that foul. That is his 4th. Randy Swager at the free throw line, getting 2 free throws with 21.3 seconds remaining. First is off the front, does not go. Well, Faith would need to come down. If he misses this, Faith would need a 3. And then a quick foul. Even if he makes it, they need a 3 and a quick foul. North gives the ball to Wiegand. Wiegand pulls up. They leave him open for the 3. It will not go. Wiegand chases down the lane, and it's off of Wiegand. It'll be victory ball with 13.3 seconds remaining and a 6-point lead for the Crusaders. Harnett puts the ball in play. Schellenbarger the steal. Wiegand the fake, goes up with it, and the basket. The inbounds pass and the reach-in foul.
That's his 3rd personal.
7.7 seconds. Well, they say he stopped the clock, and in reality he did. But I don't think the officials know how much time was left, so they're not going to be able to put what should be on the clock. (73-69), a 4-point ball game as Heath Berry gets the free throw, pushing it back out to a 5-point game. Well, Faith, after falling behind by 10 early on, as Heath Berry hits both free throws, the pass ahead, and it's out of bounds, and it will be Victory's ball underneath their own basket. And it should be 7.7 seconds. .7 seconds is what should be on the clock, and it says 7.2. (75-69). The lead is 6. Now the officials discussing with the two coaches, but as we said, it should be 7.7 seconds. And I believe it's going to stay at 7.2. Harnett puts the ball in play. And the foul with 5.9 seconds. It was just a half of a second, so it's not that significant. Stewart picking up his 5th foul. And David Nielsen will check in now for Faith. Also checking in is Matt Sutter and Dwayne Rogers. Tim Peffer at the free throw line for Victory. 75-69, a 6-point lead, and with only 5.9 seconds remaining, it is quite evident that the Crusaders will win this. Peffer cannot get that free throw, his first free throw to drop, but will get a second. It's on the way, and it is good. 76-69. Knight, the inbounds pass, gives it to Rogers. Rogers fires, and that will do it. Victory will advance on as they beat Faith here tonight, 76-69. Victory with their 20th win on the season advances to 20-2. Faith, their season ends at 18-10. But congratulations to both squads. Making it to the championship game. As the awards presentation will be taking place shortly. Again, the final score, victory 76, Faith 69. As we await for the ACSI officials to make their way to midcourt for the awards presentation. Of course, the man to the left, Lynn Stedman of ACSI. Well, Faith down 10-0 at the start of the ball game. Never really could get out of the hole that they buried themselves in, and were able to narrow the gap to 3 points several times. In fact, did tie it at 26 to start the second half, but then found themselves down 48-36 heading into the final quarter. Victory with 28 points. In the final quarter, Faith with 33. As we said, awaiting the awards presentation, and let's take a quick break and be back. Well, we're going to keep it here as again, our congratulations to victory as the Chargers, I kept calling them the Crusaders, my apologies, but the Chargers with the win as they defeat Faith Christian, as we said, 76-69, a furious comeback by Faith, but just a little too short. Well, the individual awards being presented, and right now let's turn it over to ACSI officials.
The important thing here today is these young men have a Christian education and they 1997-98 Class A State Runner-Up Trophy to Christian.
Well, without a doubt, disappointed faces, but as you heard the official from ACSI, no one is a loser.
Sophomore Dan Chantos. Junior Mike Ritter. Sophomore Randy Slaughter. Junior Emmanuel Brown. Junior Jared Kachopper. Junior Jeremy Berry. Senior Mike Gill. Senior Don Harnett. Senior Drew Harnett. Senior Tim Pepper. And Senior Heath Berry. And along the same lines, let me challenge you, Victory Christian, as champions of this year's Class A state finals. Young men all over the state will look to you, gentlemen, for leadership and guidance and for your reputation. Do us proud in ACSI and represent Christ in the manner that we pleasing to Him. Congratulations, folks. And again, on behalf of ACSI, we're very proud to present the 97-98 Class A State Champion Trophy to the Chargers of Victory Christian. Also, on behalf of ACSI, we're proud to present the traveling trophy again to this year's Class A State Champs, Victory Christian. Thank you, folks. It's been a pleasure having you.
Well, it's been enjoyable. Game number one is history. The final score once again in the Class A State Championship game. Victory Christian 76. Faith Christian 69. For M. Bixler Video Productions, I'm Mark Bixler saying so long, everybody.